16세기의 영국 런던. 헨리 8세의 여섯 번째 아내 캐서린은 하루하루를 불안 속에 살고 있었죠.
Of the wives that had gone before, 2 were cast out. 1 died in childbirth, and 2 more had their heads struck from their bodies. On the king's order. Twice a widow, but yet to conceive a child herself, Queen Catherine gathered the other wives' children around her and loved us as her own. She was the only mother I have ever known.
헨리가 프랑스로 원정을 떠나며 캐서린은 잠시 섭정 임무를 수행하게 되는데
Catherine, the horses are ready. Thank you. She was seen near the shrine to the Virgin Mary yesterday. The one on Goyt's Lane. She can't be far from there.
How far is it?
It's about a 2-hour ride.
Your Majesty?
Only women are allowed at the shrine.
But Your Majesty, we must escort you. You can't go on your own.
We'll be back before dusk.
모두의 시선을 피해가며 그녀가 찾은 사람은 어린 시절 친구였던 앤이었죠.
Now, peasant and pauper, soldier and merchant, man and woman could understand what the priests chanted at us.
앤은 종교개혁을 지지했던 인물로 가톨릭의 전통적인 교리보다는 루터파와 칼뱅주의 등과 같은 개신교적 사상을 따르고 있었습니다.
Now our bishops and our lords and our king do not like that, do they? Oh no. Oh no, they don't. We have created an appetite for questioning His Majesty's church. Oh no! We have created an appetite for protest. Where will it end, they cry. Where will it end? If we may question a priest, what else will we question? Who else?
이런 앤을 만난다는 것은 명백한 반역 행위였기에 교수형까지 처해질 수 있는 아주 위험한 일이었죠.
7 years.
I believe that I was chosen by God to change the king's mind.
그로부터 얼마의 시간이 흐른 어느 날 프랑스로 떠났던 헨리가 예상보다 빨리 돌아온다는 소식이 전해지고
We need to warn Anne. She must get away from here.
The horses are being prepared. They'll be ready in a minute.
캐서린은 당장 앤을 찾아가 위험을 알리지만
You have to leave. Henry's on his way back. If they find you here, preaching, they will burn you.
And so be it.
Do you
I
hear
will
me?
not hide. I will not hide. I will not waste my chances. You are wasting yours.
What would you have me do?
I would have you pull his head from his neck. I would have you bloodied, your pretty dress ripped, hands calloused, covered in
See?
mud over
You're
his
not
dead
being
body.
serious.
No, I know what you are capable of.
You have to go. You have to leave.
캐서린은 그녀의 탈출을 돕기 위해 헨리에게 선물 받은 고가의 귀금속을 내놓죠.
Sell it. It will keep you through the winter.
No.
Take it.
헨리가 런던으로 돌아오며 왕궁은 분주해지는데
Oh, he's here. He's early.
Gather everyone.
His Majesty will be retiring to his chambers. He asked that you meet him there. He does not want any feasts or celebration.
전쟁 중 심한 부상을 입고 돌아온 헨리.
Does not look good, Your Majesty. I'm afraid I have to clean it.
다음 날 왕의 귀환을 축하하는 연회가 열리고
This preacher woman, Anne Askew, did she confess before the end?
No, she didn't break. She kept quoting the Bible. She said that it speaks of equality for all men.
Will! Less. But did she say anything?
Well, when she was asked if the Holy Spirit holds a higher authority than the king, she refused to answer. Again and again.
Refused.
Yes.
It is safe, Your Majesty.
Don't mind. Yes, misguided, but impressive in its way.
Are there many more of them?
She was arrested with some of her followers. A few managed to escape to the continent, apparently.
Catherine.
Who's finding them?
Catherine. What are those?
I'll have heretics. Spreading division,
Blue cherries?
dissent.
They cannot avail us for much longer, and each one we burn, well, that serves as a warning for the others, doesn't it?
The ham is excellent.
며칠 뒤 캐서린에게 전해진 한 통의 비보.
She was arrested a couple of days after you saw her. Some of our people are escaping to Flanders.
Can't have been her.
She was arrested, tortured, and then burned on order.
끔찍한 소식에 캐서린은 다리에 힘이 풀려버리고 맙니다.
Get up, for God's sake, stand up. We need to be careful. Catherine, I pray no one saw you there that day.
중마고의 죽음에 도무지 분노를 참을 수 없던 캐서린은 이 사실을 왕에게 따지고 드는데
And Askew, did they burn her?
What, the preacher woman? Well, that's gardener's business.
He would never do anything without asking you first.
Oh, Kit, what's this woman to you? She was a radical. She deserted her husband, her children. She was a fanatic, preaching...
Her death is on your soul.
James! James! Take the horse.
I'm sorry. What? I'm so sorry. I don't know what came over me. She was a friend from childhood. Confused me. Forgive me.
Don't question us. And don't speak of our soul. And Askew wanted the king dead. Is that what you want? No. Good. Good. Good.
Please forgive me. You confused me.
When was the last time you saw her?
I really don't know. It was a long time ago.
You don't want any harm to come to me.
No.
You don't want to hurt me.
No, never.
Good.
It's me and my silly mind.
Let's begin again.
이전 왕비들이 그랬듯 펠리의 총애를 잃는 것은 곧 죽음을 의미했기에 모두가 그를 두려워하고 있었죠.
He will kill me like he did my mother.
He would never do that to you.
I never know what he's going to do. I never know what he's thinking.
He will never break you. Do you hear me? Ever.
그러던 어느 날 가톨릭 주교가 캐서린을 찾아옵니다.
Keep us from ignorance. Fill our hearts.
You know, even for priests, God's work is hard. Rooting out heresy, it's a heavy burden. Weighs on me. Because if I fail, then how many more will become infected? How many more will have to burn? As did your friend, Askew.
캐서린을 이단자로 의심하고 있는 주교.
Then confess it now, and together we will put it right.
Bishop, what precisely are you implying? My conscience is clear.
It would have been better if you had confessed. God will send the proof.
숨막힐 듯 조여오는 긴장감 속 캐서린에게 기쁜 소식이 전해지죠.
I think I might be pregnant.
You feel it's a boy? We know of a woman in Devon. Fetch her. She'll lay her hands on you and tell us if it's a boy and if he's strong long before you even show anything.
이 일로 불안했던 캐서린의 입지가 공고해지는데
We have amended our will. We name Queen Catherine regent to our son, Prince Edward, should he, God forbid, be called to our throne before he is a man.
이를 가만히 두고만 볼 수 없던 주교는 이내 은밀히 움직입니다.
They are that determined to undermine your authority, and I fear that the changes to your Majesty's will may perhaps fan the flames.
개신교적 사상은 왕과 가톨릭 귀족의 위협이 될 것이 분명했기에 아무리 왕비라 할지라도 이를 손 놓고 지켜볼 수만은 없었죠.
We wanted your thoughts. Gardner says he has heard rumors she was given an enormous sum before her arrest. One of her disciples fled with it. It's already being used to plot insurrection against us.
I would question why a man of his authority would base his beliefs on rumors.
Nonetheless.
And who would give her such a large amount of money?
Who indeed? A wealthy donor. A noble. Oh! Shocked!
I'm sure no one would dare.
No, quite. One would think. They know what would happen. I see your friend is back. Thomas Seymour!
헨리는 에드워드 왕자의 삼촌이자 캐서린의 측근인 토머스 시모어를 불러 두 사람에게 함께 춤출 것을 명령합니다.
One of Anne Askew's followers found me in Flanders. Apparently you gave Anne quite a gift. How could you take such a risk to give her a necklace Henry gave you?
What is the point of me being queen if I don't have the courage of my convictions?
It's not about conviction, it's careless. You must be more careful.
둘 사이를 의심하고 있던 헨리는 질투심이 폭발하고
Is this child ours? Is this child ours?
Of course,
Is this child ours?
of course it's your child.
Are you lying? Are you lying?
Of course I'm not.
Are you a liar?
Not-
Are you a liar?
Stop it!
Are you a
Yes,
fucking
no,
liar?
I have never lied to you. In the eyes of God, I've never lied to you. It's your child.
Why should we believe you? Why should we believe you? Are you just like all the others?
You know it's
Just
not.
like all the others!
No, Henry, no, not now. No. Stop. Get up. Henry, please, the child.
이 일로 캐서린은 뱃속의 아이를 잃게 됩니다.
Please say it.
We really believed she loved us enough to give us a spare.
My lord, to remove a wife of whom you have grown tired will not sit well with your enemies. It will allow them to paint you unfairly as unstable.
They wouldn't. Would they dare? They wouldn't.
But
Would they dare?
But it would be different if the charge was heresy. And what harm could there be in allowing me to pursue further investigations?
Look.
점점 악화되어가는 헨리의 병세.
I need Talal and Walid here, please. Investigate.
주교는 증거를 찾기 위해 왕비의 하녀들을 겁박하죠.
I've been the Queen's friend most of my life. You will never find anything to condemn her. Have you ever considered, Bishop, that it may be you who is in error?
Well, I'll leave you to think about it. But if you omit even the smallest detail, I'll see you burned alongside your queen. That were I to ask, the king would give me permission to question you too, Your Highness.
Anything that can connect us to Anne. Find it.
Get the pamphlets. What? You don't find it. I can't find it.
Ellen, here. Did you find it?
Yes, I've looked.
Where is it? Where is it?
What?
The Luther book. Where's the Luther book? Did you throw it in the fire? Sit down.
Your Majesty, orders from the King. We must remove your books.
All my books.
Yes, Your Majesty.
My men have found the necklace. It's on its way here from Flanders as we speak. Once it's returned to your wardrobe, you're in the clear. I have the necklace. We found it.
When is it here?
Soon. Soon.
You have it?
It's going to be all right, Catherine.
Tell me again, during the king's absence, how many times did the Queen leave the palace?
Only twice.
Oh?
I swear. She went to pray at the shrine, to the Virgin Mary on Goyt's Lane.
And you were with her the whole time?
No, sir.
No?
Well, only women are permitted.
She told you that, did she?
Yes.
And how long was it you imagined that she was out of your sight?
I don't know. 3 hours? 4
hours?
Hours?
You saw no one approach her?
No, sir. Not that I recall.
And you are certain that the Queen never left the palace on any other occasion?
No one can take a horse without me knowing. I would know.
You never heard her speak of the name Anne Askew?
Never.
What of the prisoner?
Your Majesty, be assured, Your Majesty, I will find evidence.
Is she more vicious than all the others? Is she more of a vicious whore than all the others? We've been here before. We've been here before. And we cut you down! We cut them down! We cut them down! We cut them down! Didn't we? Are you testing me? Are you testing me again?
걷잡을 수 없이 커진 왕의 분노는 시모 왕제에게도 크나큰 위협으로 다가오는데
Have you heard? Henry's ready to sign her death warrant. He's demanding evidence against her that she betrayed him in some way or she's a radical. Because likely this will be the end for us too. He's promised to pardon you if you can provide love letters. Evidence that she betrayed him with you.
Kill me.
No. I've seen him. Tommy's sick. He won't last long. I've seen it. Now, I can steer this for you and me, but you have to give me something, Tom. Please give me anything.
There isn't anything. There are no letters. Since she's been with Henry, she's kept me at arm's length. Always.
And we are dead. But you just remember our nephew, young Edward. Because when he becomes king, we won't be there.
There is something. It's a necklace. She gave it to Anne Askew. This is perfect.
시모 형제의 배신으로 캐서린은 절체절명의 위기를 맞이합니다.
No more lies, Kate. No more lies.
Your Majesty, Catherine Parr, Queen of England and Ireland, Catherine Willoughby Brandon, Duchess of Suffolk, Ellen Calthorpe, Countess of Sussex, I arrest you in the name of the King. Anything in the Queen's apartments is now and has always been the property of the Crown. We will escort you from these rooms and install you in other more appropriate lodgings.
결국 그녀는 감옥에 갇히게 되죠.
But I warned you that God would provide the proof.
Kat and Ellen are innocent. What you want is me.
Oh, Catherine, you admit that you met with the heretic Anne Askew and that you financed sedition against the king.
You will let them go.
All that remains now is
I want your word.
to recant the dangerous heresy that you've allowed to seduce you. Throw yourself at the king's feet and beg for forgiveness. He showed precious little mercy to his other wives, but he's older now. Wiser, perhaps.
You're asking me to speak falsely.
Oh, Catherine.
But I believe, just as Anne did, that scripture is the highest authority. God will never have intended for anything to stand between him and his people. Not a bishop, not a priest, not even a king.
Then you will burn.
며칠 후 병상에 누워있던 헨리가 캐서린을 불러들이는데
What are we gonna do with you, kid?
That's why you brought me here. To help you decide.
Do you love me, kid?
I loved my king.
That's not what I asked. I love you. I love you.
Do you believe in hell?
쇠약해진 헨리를 짓누르는 캐서린. 그렇게 헨리의 숨통은 끊어지고 맙니다.
It was in no one's interest to question what had happened. My father's dark heart was deemed to have stopped, overcome by poison from his ulcerating leg. After my father's death, Catherine published her most daring book of prayers. It laid the foundations for a new faith,